fellas, I'm out here in the garage this morning with a little bit of an update on the 37. I have got the suspension set on it, front and rear, and I've got a paint color picked out. And boy, I'm really digging the paint, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. But first I want to do a little, talk a little bit about this shop card I got in from Poppy's RC and Models. Man, that's a really cool looking card. I dig the old fat fender cars, man, those just look so cool. But you know, if you go over to his Jeff's channel there, he's got some nice videos on the RC cars. He's got an obstacle course that he made, and got him running over that. Pretty cool looking videos, and he's got some model cars that he built too. So y'all check his site out there. We're all not new to this. We know how to get there, so go check that guy out. Jeff's pretty good at what he does. All right, let's check out the 37 here, and you guys give me your opinion. Let's talk about the front suspension first. I got it about where I want it. I got the wheels tucked up under the fender well, and just a little bit of the tires showing at the top. That's kind of how I like it. And then the back tires are a little bit taller and wider, and so they're wider than the fender well, so they wouldn't tuck up underneath there. So I've got them down as close as I can get it to the fender. I may have to pop that up a little bit because in the video here it looks like it's almost touching, but it's really not. But anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that stance. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. And I actually got this stance. It's got a nice little rake to it too. Let me show you the picture I found online that I was trying to copy here. Let's go over here to my computer. Here's a 37 I found online. Boy, I just dig that color. And this is a nice looking 37. I like the way the front end is. That's how I have mine. But the back end on this one is just a little bit too high, so I lowered mine down. Let's go back over here. But that's a cool looking 37. And you can see I've got my front end about the same. And I lowered the back down just a little bit. So like I said, it's got a little bit of a rake to it. I think it's sitting pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Excuse me. Let's take a trip over here to my spray booth. I'm going to show you the paint that I picked out. I did a little experimenting yesterday. There's my cup of Joe. While I'm at it here, let me get a little sip of that sucker because I'm... All right. This is the, to me, is X3 Royal Blue. Now the paint, the way it comes out, does not match the cap. That cap looks kind of a dark. But anyway, I mixed it with the Mr. Color leveling thinner, 2-to-1, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. And let me show you what I painted first. Hope the camera shows it's good. This was 4 light coats. And you can see it's kind of grainy looking. And if you look at the LED lights, you can see the strip. And it's kind of blurry. Then I did a test where I put it on wet. I put it on really wet. That's about 2 coats. And you can see each strip, and you actually see each individual light in those strips. And I just think that color turned out really well. So this is what I'm going with. I don't know if the camera's, I don't know if I can get it in the right light here, but the camera's just not showing. Just not giving it what it really looks like, but it looks pretty cool. I think that color's going to be, let's go over here and you can see it's totally different. I kind of really like the color that's on the computer. That color there, it's a deeper, almost a midnight blue really. But I'm digging this color too, and that's what I've got, so that's what I'm going to be going with. I just really like that. All right, let's go back over here to the bench. Got a lot of my other parts cleaned up. You know, every time I go over parts and remove flash, I always like to go over them a second time because I always miss something the first time around. And the first time around, I always do it with a sanding stick. I buy these at the Dollar Tree. They're just fingernail boards. I always go over it first with that, and then I use sandpaper next to go over it with to kind of clean everything up a little bit. But I'm moving along on the 37. Like I said, I'm really digging the stance that I've got. That's the way she's going to be. Those wheels and tires come off the Revell 56 Ford pickup boost kit. And I believe those are 18s and 20s, if I'm not mistaken. You guys correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe the back are 20s and the front are 18s. And torque thrust type wheels, I believe they are. Just cool looking. I like them. Don't know if I can get a better picture here, but I really like the stance that it's got now, so I think it's turning out pretty good. So I was a little leery about doing the front suspension and things. You know, a lot of you guys will take a front suspension off another kit, you know, with the A-arms and everything, and really get this stuff dialed in, and I'm just not there yet. I just had to take the stock suspension that's with the kits and try and modify them the best I can, and I think I did pretty good on this one. So, all right, fellas, I think that's about it on an update here. Like I said, I got the suspension done, the front and rear. It's looking good. I got my paint picked out, and I'm not sure when I'll be shooting the body and everything, but it'll probably be next week. But I'm coming along on this. All right, fellas, I'm done.